Hey, welcome to the Almost Daily Dave. And today's topic is going to be one of my favorite things to talk about, money. It's actually my favorite thing to have, but that's another story for another day. But here's what inspired this, because I had some other plans for today. First off, hail thee to Lucas Giolito of the White Sox for by far what's probably going to be the most memorable pitching performance of this bizarre 2020 baseball season, a near perfect game for the Chi Sox. So that is a remarkable achievement, obviously. So congratulations to the Chi Sox. They're pretty good this year, and to Lucas Giolito. Now, what got me warmed up on money? Because I had some other plans. Well, you might remember a couple weeks ago, I received a whopping check in the mail as some sort of dividend. And you get that envelope and you know it's a check. You can tell. And it's not a check you're expecting. So when that happens, your brain goes, well, what is this going to be? I know the envelope. It's a legitimate check. And it was, I forgot who it was from. It was like an insurance company, I think it was. And the check I opened lustfully, and it was 3 cents. Of course, I deposited it. Well, a very reputable firm sent a dividend check in the mail, and I received it yesterday. Now, it's a legitimate investment organization, as they would say in Canada. And again, I'm thinking, hey, here we go, baby. You ready? Everybody lean closer. You see that amount? 1 cent. 1 cent for that check. A penny. Of course I deposited it. I'm the kind of guy who picks up change off the floor at gas stations. By the way, that's a good place because people just sort of randomly don't care. And put them in a jar and then go later and collect. So I do that. Even in pandemic times, although I did ignore a penny on the floor someplace in Laramie. So maybe I'm losing my touch, but I got it back. Hey, I'm even. So where is this going, you may be asking, besides me complaining that my checks are now 1 cent? Well, it got me thinking about the exact opposite of this, because the biggest world name in sports that's being discussed right now is not LeBron James, not Lucas Giolito, but Lionel Messi, the soccer player at Barcelona, although not for much longer. He wants out. It looks like he's going to get out, and there's already massive speculation about what's going to happen. And no, this is not going to turn into a soccer discussion, because I know a lot of you really struggle with soccer. I don't. I enjoy it. I have, and I fell in love with it when the Strikers first broke in here in the late 70s. So if you were around then in Fort Lauderdale, you kind of learned to like soccer yourself. Now, we're not going to go into that. I'm not going to go into what team he's going to wind up at. Manchester City's the favorite. No, I'm going to talk about the value of soccer around the world. I used as my little tagline today a line from Pink Floyd's Money. Money, it's a hit. I'm not going to repeat the last part of that line, but it's written by Roger Waters, and he talks about wanting to own a football team, meaning a soccer team. Hey, not a bad investment if you can do it, but it's going to cost you. Why do I say that? Because according to Forbes magazine, the top 5 earning athletes as of May of this year, 3 of them are soccer players. Believe it or not, Roger Federer's numero uno. Ronaldo, the male model / soccer player, is number 2, and Messi is 3rd. All 3 of those guys, over $100 million. Neymar, 4th. And by the way, Messi is the number 5 earning celebrity in 2020. And that was through June. You don't get to LeBron James until number 5, and then followed by Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Tiger Woods. Number 9 is going to blow your mind. Now, so is number 10. Number 9 is Kirk Cousins of the Vikings, and number 10 is the Eagles' Carson Wentz. Yeah. So, my point, and by the way, Messi's salary with Barca is like $34 million US, 26 million Great Britain pounds. So these guys are incredibly valuable and incredibly famous. Go do an Instagram / Twitter search for who has more followers. So you sneeze at soccer at your own risk, because sometimes the U.S. is sort of disconnected from the rest of the world in many ways. And sports is absolutely one of them. Yes, in some parts of the world, like China, for example, the NBA is gigantic. The NFL has been trying to elbow their way into the United Kingdom market for a while. And they did have NFL Europe, which I understand was a blast to deal with, but ended up folding. Major League Baseball has gone to London, but baseball is very big, as you know, in Japan and Korea. It just depends. And other countries, South American countries, of course, huge. Latin American countries, I should say, huge. But soccer is king around the world, just not in this country, as we know. So that ought to give you an idea of what these cats are worth. Hundreds of millions of dollars combined, worldwide fame. A guy like Messi or Ronaldo or Neymar probably can't stroll the streets of wherever they're living without mobs of photographers, fans, people clamoring for them. NBA players can sometimes stick out just because of their size, although I think most of you would recognize LeBron or Curry or Durant. So you laugh at their worth. Go ahead and laugh at my worth, but laugh at their worth at your own peril, because generally they'll have the last laugh and most likely the last penny. I'll see you tomorrow on the Almost Daily Dave, same bat time, same bat channel on Facebook Live. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube, because you know what? It's cheaper than this check. And so is following me on Twitter and Instagram as well. Dave Lamont, I'll see you tomorrow.